last summer, hasn't really been able to replicate that here in spring, but now having Ari going up against LeBlanc, this is really going to be his time to show that he can have a big impact on the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's kind of one of those moments where, like,
Shadow, we need to keep our eyes on him because he's not looking for. I mean, he is actually looking for RNG right now as a Breathe. Very far forward.
Breathe. Yeah, he has popped his Ghost, as has Invincible. Breed's going to have to be in a bit of a 1v2. No real way to get out of this one here. Gets hit by the Q. It's knocked back a little bit as well, and that should be a pretty easy first blood. Good pathing from Shadow. Completely skipped his topside camps to make that work.
Which is how close they are to mid. This might be the only option, but they're going to get answered.
Angel gets fully engaged upon here. They're going to try and maybe use the Cyclone to disengage. As you can see there, Angel just keeps himself alive with the decoy as well. There's so many different versions of all the different champions, and RNG turned that one right the way around.
He's doing a nice job of doing that, playing as his four-man torch.
Trying to defend this mid lane with their lives right now. Again, Breathe getting caught out a little bit. He'll get knocked up, taken out. Nothing you can do. And this Gwen has been honestly not that great. It has really been exposed by NIP. It really hasn't done a hell of a lot of anything. And that way, in a hell of a lot of trouble. Does get caught out by the charm on the back end of that Spirit Rush, but nothing else comes of it. How in the hell did Angel? Breathe still has his Ghost and his Needlework. Invincible off on the side. Angel needs to be very careful as well of how he takes this fight. There is a Leandri's Torment or Leandri's Anguish on Angel, so he will do damage. And speaking of doing damage, the Baron down at 3,000. Both goes up into the feathers. They can try and maybe make this one work. He all out to bring Breed into the pit, but that's not what you wanted. Invincible delivered the top laner straight on top of the jungler, but a charm lands on the Gala, and that's going to be a huge saving grace for NIP. It looked like they may have lost absolutely. Shadow puts himself behind the pit. There isn't a real great vision control right now for RNG. They're kind of taking this as a point where they have to go for it right now. They don't really have a choice, and already we're seeing an engage there onto Angel, who does get himself away. Invincible in the front line, but he can't really join back onto his team. Shadow jumping onto Breathe, but I don't think Breathe is the one you want now. When Invincible dead, your front line is very much diminished right now, and with Breathe just kind of keeping everybody away off the back of this pit. Botic flashes away. Shadow does as well, but Shadow getting snip, 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 just like paper, and RNG just find themselves with a Baron.
Buff up that wave. Gargoyle Stoneplate now finished for Invincible.
Oh, they're looking for a TP. They're looking to try and catch him out on the side completely, and they should be able to do it. The redemption comes down just for a little bit more, and these staggered death timers means that RNG can't get themselves to a full 5v5. They can't even threaten with a flank. And that means that this is a very, very scary moment right now. It's still an Elder flip as they kind of jump back straight in onto Way.
Not a flip anymore.
They don't flip anything because they're catching Gala out as well. He's trying to fight back with the Ghost as best as he possibly can. But Angel's just not a part of this. Angel hasn't been a part of this at all. And RNG are just getting destroyed. They're being pulled apart right now. And NIP game won the NIP. It was slow, it was steady. There was definitely some mid-game blunders where the Gwen got out of hand. But NIP holding strong, having so many engaged tools, so many ways to make the fight happen in their favor. And they will take down RNG in game number 1. They'll lose Dream right at the end, but it doesn't matter. The result stays the same. And this is NIP looking cool, calm, and collect.
I mean, just being very interesting with their drafts in these two games, but still keeping it, I think, pretty straightforward. I mean, the team fight's going to be there. They're going to have the engage. The sustain coming out from this rocket is going to make them incredibly hard to be able to burst out. They have the Elise to try to enable them. 7.5 out of 10.
I thought you were going to say he was going to be the Tom Hardy, but looks like Way's looking to try and make this one a little bit better for himself and his team. We are going to see the first blood going over. Way taking the tower, though, means that he is going to fall straight away after. They do get traded.
Oh, Botic going to take some damage, but this is one of the powers of the Soraka. But we need to see who can find the engage.
Oh, stolen! Straight away, there's the Moonlight Vigil coming out to pepper down some damage, but like you mentioned, a little bit of that damage just kind of gets mitigated straight away, and that's a Way just kind of straight up being... I don't even think he was outsmited. I think he just got caught by the Q.
And then Dream able to use his ulti to make sure that they aren't able to find a re-engage and aren't able to get anything off the fact that they have position to be able to nice turn. Invincible! He's just gone! We saw this in game 1, and it didn't work out for them. They almost ended up giving RNG, a favorable fight had it not been for a straight charm. But they're going to look for it once again.
He was trying to find him, but Breed has already caught himself on some vision. They do get some damage on the Botic, who goes up into the feathers flying. You can see their Dream putting out some decent sustain. They get the Baron secured. And everyone starts to run themselves away. RNG, they didn't really know what they wanted to go for right there. Flash for flash. Angel can't find that one. Breed looking for Shadow. Will secure it. But it's a one for them. Could just forget about this if they don't really want to go for it. But they're looking to fight.
They are. We need to keep our eyes. Gala has no flash, but neither does Fotic. So both 80 carries are vulnerable. Fotic also does
Oh! Shadow does flash in, doesn't get stealed off there, and it looks like Invincible's going to be taken out straight away off this fight. Waze, Clone does plenty of disengage. The Moonlight Vigil lands onto Shadow.
With the build that the Jace has gone, they're playing for these brawls. They're playing for these skirmishes. Trying to bring NIP in.
Angel, almost damage on the hit. He's dead. Shadow's in the pit. Shadow steals. And NIP get everything. The wish comes out. As you can see, Invincible trying to jump on these 80 carries. He wants Fotic, but Fotic goes a little bit too far forward. It ends up being a 2-for-2 trade, but the Baron to NIP and the Dragon, they get it all, Lyrics.
Some days
like a war, but we did.
I'm just kidding. My Cobra Kai brothers. But hey, NIP now going for Baron once again. They're just going to get this, aren't they? RNG,
yeah.
RNG just going to run away.
I mean, Invincible gets the knockback, though. Wade did hit himself away, but Angel was not so lucky. They almost get Invincible down, and the wish comes out, and your dreams shall come true. Dream is looking for an angle because he knows he needs some kind of healing reduction here, even if it's not the most efficient thing in the world. But now without Angel, without really your kind of second form of engage, you're going to lose out a lot. The feathers will fly. Fotic looking for Gala, but Gala keeps himself kiting backwards, but Invincible's already on his face. And that is most of your damage already deleted from this match. It will be NIP with the 2-0. The upset shall continue, Lyric. EDG yesterday, NIP today, and RA are the biggest of NIP fans right now because they are keeping Rare Adam alive in playoffs.
Giving them a solid hope to be able to make it. NIP, their split might be done, but still having a massive impact on the standings. And I mean, again, this is one of those teams that didn't have this roster to start off the split.